Hello, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to the Northern California channel. So what you're seeing in front of me is basically what you're seeing here is basically eggplant, and I have two different kinds of eggplant. The one in the front is called Rosa Bianca, and the one in the back, this one, it's basically called fairy tale. And two different types of eggplant, and I did get pretty good yield this season between spring to summer, and during winter actually they will die if the freeze rates or temperature goes below 45-degree Fahrenheit. So what I would like to do is, so this is third week of October, and I'm expecting to get some cold winter, reach about 45 degrees in about a couple of days. So I'm going to show you how to overwinter them. So the idea of overwintering is basically protect the plants during winter and keep it in a nice shaded area and protect from winter, and then basically put it back during spring, and then it will start growing. So by doing this, what you're doing is you don't have to buy a new plant during your spring season or summer season, and you get a nice head start since it's dormant and protected, and it gets the nutrients to the roots, and then it grows fast, and then you get a pretty good yield. So that is the process I'm going to go through, and I'm going to explain you some 5 steps on how to follow in order to do the overwintering and keep it safe. So the first step is I will have to cut the leaves back, and I'll have to leave some stems and then few leaves, and remove all the vegetables, right? Remove the vegetables and then cut back, right? So that's going to be the first step, and let me do that. Right. By the way, when you do that, actually you need to take a clippers and make sure that the clippers is clean and sharp, so that the cuts are get a good cut, and those cuts have to be done at 45-degree angle. So that's one important thing, and you also make sure that the clippers are basically cleaned nicely with a clean cloth and dipped in hydro H2O solution, right? I'm sorry, not H2O, H2O2, hydrogen peroxide solution, and so that any infection on these scissors will go away. All the bacteria will get killed. So you get a clean pair of scissors so that you can make clean cut and don't infect the plant. All right, here you go. So what I've done is I've taken those clippers and nicely trimmed them off, pruned them off. So I've left just a couple of leaves or whatever, and I remove the mulch now so that it can be uprooted. And the reason to remove the flowers and the vegetables are because you don't want them to be putting all the energy into flowers and fruits and or vegetables and leaves, right? Because you want to store all the energy. It goes into dormancy during winter, and you want it to store all the energy in the roots, right? Go to dormancy, and then during spring you want them to kind of start growing again when those temperatures reaches above 50 in the night. So that's a simple step. So what I've done is I've removed all the mulch, and I'm going to remove it from the roots, and I'm going to put it in a container and nicely water it, and I'm also going to put some fertilizer so that since I've pruned heavily, right, I'd like to give some nutrition for it to be saving in the winter. And so what I'm going to do, so this is a Rosa Bianca. So you see the leaves, right? These are broad big leaves, and this one is a fairy tale. It's a bit of a narrow leaves, and these two are Rosa Biancas. So this one and this one, I'm going to put both of them in the same pot, and this one in a separate pot, and I'm going to keep it in winter. Okay, so that is the step 3 actually. So the first step was we did remove the vegetables, and then we pruned them, cleaned the nice sharp results, and then pruned them. And the third step is we are going to remove it from the ground so that we can protect it. In order to remove the plant, right, from the ground, you need to have these two tools. So this one is a scraper, just remove the mulch and all that, and this one is a shovel. You can get it in the store, and what you do is basically you push it here and then put some pressure, and then you just lift it up a bit, and the plant will come out, right? The same thing you can do for this also. Then make sure that you get good root system when you remove it, and because the root system is basically like more like the brain or heart for the plant, and without the root system it will die. So that's the next step that you're going to do with these two tools. What I've done is basically I've taken this and then kind of pierced it in here. Then I'm going to gently take this and then I'm going to remove it actually, so it will come off. Alright, so you see here I've taken out all the three with the roots. So it's got a beautiful root system here, and then this one same thing, long roots, and then here you go, it's got beautiful roots here. So I'm going to put these two plants together and plant it, and that one in a separate pot. So let me show you how to do that. Alright, so here is some soil that I have, and this is a pot actually where I had that soil. So what I did was I put this through the soil into the sheet, and I just put it on the sun, so that any bacterias or anything that comes up will probably die. And there's a lot of heat actually this summer. I did have some plants on this pot while back, and I removed them and then put it in the in my raised garden bed. So there's nothing in there, and these are good soil. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same soil to put these two Rosa Bianca eggplants into this, and I'm going to water it now. So let me show you how to do that. Alright, so you see here what I've done is I put both the plants in the container, and then I threw in some compost and fertilizer, and I'm going to nicely water it. And mulch, actually it's always good to cover the mulch if there's a hard freeze, or the winter happens, even though it's inside. I'm not going to shade it, I'm not going to put it inside. I don't have space inside, so I'm going to put it in a shade where it's well covered. It's not fully covered, but I have the roof on the top. That's where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put a mulch on the top so that it kind of protects, gives some warmth to the roots. And so same thing I'm going to do it for my other plants as well. I had the fairy tale, so this one's Rosa Bianca, and so I'm going to store it in winter, and I'm going to bring it back in spring. So hopefully this video helped you in any ways, and you learned something new. Please do click like and subscribe to my channel. I'll keep providing updates on my gardening channel. Thank you for watching. See you in another video. Bye.